It's time for our weekend energies reading, everybody. I'm Erin, and I provide a 3-card reading for all 12 signs to reveal what messages Spirit is providing for the next 72 hours, forecasting your weekend. Let's get to it, starting with Aries. And we have the King of Cups, the 8 of Wands, and the 2 of Pentacles. So we have a nice little balance here. There's no challenge for you this weekend, Aries, and there is also no power cards for you this weekend. So just a nice general message for you. So we're starting out with the King of Cups, your emotional card. So that card is definitely speaking to feeling like family oriented. It's the King of Cups is talking about enjoyment and emotional balance and just feeling really good about what's going on for you this weekend. So that's a really nice way to go into your weekend. And with your enthusiastic nature and the way that you enjoy doing things that make you feel excited, things that get your juices flowing. So really good way to start your weekend, Aries. And so again, with that King of Cups, just saying that you are going to be open to some good influences, benevolent influences, and someone who you trust. So not only are you going to be in a period of good feelings all around you, but you're going to be presented with someone's going to present themselves to you. Someone who's wise and compassionate, someone who really does think with their heart and gives really good heartfelt advice. So then let's look at your wands. So with the 8 of Wands, we're talking about being able to handle a lot of things that are going on at the same time. So having someone like the King of Cups at your disposal this weekend, that's going to be a big help to you in trying to handle all of these things at the same time and making sure that you give proper and due weight to each thing that you're being asked to do. You might have some travel involved, so and this might be something that you weren't expecting. You might end up traveling this weekend, Aries, simply because you it just happens for you. So I feel like it's going to be something very sporadic, something very unexpected, and it's going to work out for you because it's going to help you with these multiple tasks that you're going to be given, and maybe give you a little rest for the weekend as well. So it'll be a working vacation, if that makes sense. You'll be doing something in regard to all of these tasks you're going to be asked to do, but you're also going to be relaxing and enjoying wherever it is Spirit is taking you this weekend, someplace that you're going. Then you have your 2 of Pentacles. So with your money card, we're talking about balance. Again, you have that sense of balance. So emotional balance and financial balance. So that's kind of interesting. On one end, the King of Cups is giving you this sense of emotional balance and like just this sense of well-being that is just overpowering. It's going to be great. And the 2 of Pentacles is saying that your money is going to be the same way, Aries. Your money is going to be balanced. You're going to be able to make things work. So even if it's a period of time where you're not really sure about your finances, Spirit's saying you're going to be okay. You're going to be able to manage whatever you have to do what you need to do. So just, if you do have someone like that King of Cups there for you, someone who really makes you feel like they always have your best interest at heart, that's the person who's going to help you make the rest of your weekend go smoothly. And hello to you, Leo. Let's get started, see what Spirit has to say for you this weekend. So we're starting with the 10 of Swords, the Ace of Cups, and the 9 of Wands. So let's look at your emotional card, Leo, your Ace of Cups. So with that, the very extravagant nature that you have, thinking that you're going to have the opportunity for some new emotional experiences, that seems like it's going to really appeal to you. So this weekend, the Ace of Cups is saying that you are going to experience some new some new emotional experiences. You're going to feel like you're more in tune with your people around you, especially the people in your closer circles, the people that you share love with. You're going to be more psychically bound to them. You're going to kind of feel what they need. You're going to be very useful to them. It's going to be a good weekend for you emotionally. With this Ace of Cups, it's saying that you are just at a point where you are willing to work at your relationship if it's existing or it's been around for a while, just like you would with a new one. And we all know that feeling. We tend to work hard or harder and be more lenient with a new love or a new relationship. So Leo, that's what you're going to be feeling this weekend, like you're open to that, like you're going to be emotionally available. And then we have your Ten of Swords, your challenge. With the Ten of Swords, we're talking about a sense of finality, something that is ending, but it has been long going. So perhaps that's why the emotional card is one that's talking about a new or a fresh emotional experience, or like you're coming at it like from a new perspective. Because with that Ten of Swords, it's saying that there have been some troubles in the past. So I think it is speaking to your emotional realm this weekend, Leo. It's saying that you have been working on a goal. It is finally realized. So that conflict is over, but you really don't feel like it's something you're going to celebrate per se. It's something that you're happy it happened and you're good with it. You're glad it happened, but you're ready to move past it. And then with the Nine of Wands, your action card, it's talking about plans being on the verge of realization and feeling like you need to protect them until that time comes. So the plans, I'm thinking, because that Ace of Cups is smack in the middle, it's talking about having this sense of a new relationship. So I'm feeling like your Nine of Wands is also talking to it, saying that you're going to have the courage and the persistence to either make a new love connection or get a new emotional experience this weekend, or that you are going to be willing to treat one that's already existing as if it were new, breathing new life into it. So nothing wrong with that, Leo. A good, strong emotional weekend for you. Old or new love, it's going to be good for you this weekend. And now for Sagittarius. So we are starting out with the Ten of Wands, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Nine of Pentacles. So got some money going on for you this weekend, Sagittarius. So that should be good for you. I mean, with your very optimistic nature, you tend to be a little undisciplined. So knowing that your financial realm is going to be protected and going to be pretty good. I mean, but let's take a look. Since you have those pentacles and they're pulling my attention, let's go ahead and look at those. So the Seven of Pentacles is talking about being patient with a long-term development. So like I said, it's something that you have probably been working on, something that you have wanted to happen, and you've put some interest in it, you've put some investment in it, you've had faith in it, and now that's paying off for you. So yes, this weekend looks like it's going to be a good, strong financial weekend for you this weekend, Sagittarius. And then we have your Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles is talking about good luck and prosperity and being able to appreciate the things you already have, so that anything new that comes to you is definitely going to feel like, I hate to use this word again, but a blessing. It's going to be something that is making you feel more abundant than you already do feel. And just appreciating when you recognize how many things come to you, how many things you've accomplished, it tends to make everything else look really easy. And look, you're like, you're expecting good things, just like you can have those periods of time where you expect bad things. Well, this is going to be a weekend for you financially, Sagittarius, where you are feeling very fortunate, very lucky, very in the know when it comes to money. Your Nine and your Seven of Pentacles are actually saying that. The Seven saying you've had perseverance and faith in your financial planning. You have been trying to get to this goal, and lo and behold, here you are with it. That Nine of Pentacles really strengthening that by saying good luck and prosperity are on. They're right there with you. So with that being said, with your action card, your Ten of Wands, that one is talking about work. where you need to remember how to separate yourself, your work life from your personal life. So with that Pentacle heavy, Pentacle heavy reading with the two Pentacles, then we're talking about work. So it is very easy to get carried away, especially when finances are good, when things are happening the way you want them to. But just remember, Sagittarius, keep that balance going, because your personal time, your family life, your emotional life is very important. So you have to pay the same kind of attention to it as you do to your money, making sure your financial obligations are taken care of. But make sure that you're taking care of your family life, your emotional life, your personal life, spending time with friends, spending time with family, because they need that care too. And it's very important to have that. And in some cases, with some people, they feel like it's almost more important. Just remember to keep the balance, Sagittarius. And hello, Cancer, welcome. We are starting out with the Devil, and then we have the Hanged Man and the Hierophant. Holy mackerel. So Cancer, Spirit is really talking to you this weekend. So right there in the middle, you have the Hanged Man. So in past experiences, we know that the Hanged Man is calling for some downtime, where you need a break in your normal routine. You need to not just take time away from something, you need to dedicate time. So the Hanged Man is asking you to really contemplate. This is a time of contemplation, a time of real stillness. Temporary, but you need to meditate on something. You need to give something more energy, more thought. So you do have the Hierophant, and with the Hierophant, he is closely linked to our Taurus, and so he has that steadfast way about him, but he is talking to you about the spiritual realm, working on your spiritual growth, encouraging it, giving you that push that you need to get more in tune with your spiritual self. So that Hanged Man might be saying, well, maybe it's time for you to just take time just to do that, to get more in touch with your spiritual self. But then we have the Devil, and the Devil is talking about being able to rein something in, being able to be in control of something that is really deep down in your core, who you are, but something that you know needs to change. So the Devil is closely related to Capricorn. And so always say, if you know a Capricorn, or if there's someone who is that change for you, someone who makes you feel like you recognize you need to change, well, it's probably a Capricorn. But the fact of the matter is, the Devil is basically saying, you know, you have this addictive behavior. It's one that is not usually in your favor. It's a bad behavior. Something that you might even have to be able to take in the bigger picture, really step back and say, how does this affect me in the scheme of things? And then realize, okay, that's the thing I need to change. You have the time and you have the teacher. You have someone who's right there to help you with that. So even though it might be difficult for you to do, and we're talking about a behavior, something that is innately part of you and what makes you who you are, but it's something that needs to change, Cancer. And this weekend is the beginning of that. And it's because your Hierophant is going to present himself to you, or you're going to run across, you're going to have this person come into your life that's going to help you do this change, and you're going to have the time to really ruminate, think about what you need to do. So change is coming, embrace it. Hi, Scorpio, thanks for swinging by, and let's get started with the Six of Swords, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Seven of Swords. So cool, you're ending and beginning with some challenge, and I like that you got the 6, 7, and 8. Little mixed up, but the 6, 7, and 8 nonetheless, very cool. So we're starting with that 6 of Swords. The 6 of Swords is saying that you have been or are making steady progress toward an end game, toward a goal. But it's also giving you that sense of improvement, where you are really getting that done. The transition is happening for you. It's been a long period of difficulty, but you're coming out of that. So this weekend you should see an upswing. Something's happening in your favor as far as hardships have gone. And we've all had our share of hardships, but you have a very willful nature, and you tend to be very understanding about other people's situations. So this is probably saying this weekend you're going to have that same understanding and that strength of character for yourself. Let's look at your other challenge, your 7, and those are in sequence, 6 and 7. With the 7 of Swords, it's saying that you are going to really be searching for some truth and some clarity, but you're going to be very very undercover about it, not, boisterously announcing, I don't believe you, or I want to know the truth, or I'm searching for something, or this is an answer I really want. No, it's going to be very, very diplomatic, very under the radar. But you're going to get some answers this weekend. So that 6 and 7 are probably talking to each other, because this long period of difficulty, there's probably been plenty of time for you to be stealthy about your plans, about really getting to the bottom of this. What is going on with my life? This weekend, you're going to start to get some answers on that. Things are going to start to click for you, Scorpio. And then with the 8 of Pentacles, we're talking about long-term prosperity and new opportunities for advancement. So because you have been steadfastly working on this improvement, and it's something that's going to make your life easier, but it is something that has required your work, having that steady progress. So with that 8 of Pentacles, we're talking about something you've been working towards. So even though it's a new opportunity, doesn't mean it's brand new or it came out of the blue. This is probably something that it's been the goal and you've been working toward it. So some things are going to be finalizing for you. You're going to see some prosperity coming your way. That 8 of Pentacles is saying, because of your hard work, all of the challenges that you've been meeting and overcoming, that you are going to come out on top financially this weekend as well, Scorpio. And welcome to you, Pisces. Let's see what Spirit is saying for you this weekend. We're starting out with the Fool. We have the 3 of Wands, and we have Justice. So balanced balanced on either end, not side by side, balanced on either end, this little reading. And you have 2 power cards, Pisces. So that's awesome. So being very sensitive and kind of like open to more than the average person, that being part of what makes you tick, that Fool starting you out is wonderful, because the Fool is telling you that something new is coming for you, but it's something that is because of that strong sense of enthusiasm that the Fool brings, just wonder and innocence, just open to, very brave. You're going to be very brave this weekend, Pisces, ready to try something new. But in a positive way. I mean, that even though it looks dangerous, you have the Sun at your back, and the Fool is willing to take that leap of faith, take a step, and see what happens. So you're going to be called upon to do something different, but it's going to be opening up new doors for you. So if you find yourself in a position this weekend where you have an opportunity to do something new, the Fool is saying, try it. And I'm not saying you necessarily have to jump out of a plane or anything that drastic, but you're definitely being presented with something very cool here. You're being presented with an opportunity to do something new. So I would say go for that. You do have an action card right here, and because I'm thinking you're going to be trying something new, it's going to be something exciting and something that you really enjoy, I want to look at your action card rather than your other power card right now. So with the 3 of Wands, it's saying that this is a good time for making adjustments, looking at some long-term plans. And I find that interesting when you have the Fool who's saying, go for it, try something new, but your action card is saying, well, the creative problem solving might be coming into play here. You might be dealing with something that's going to be long term, that's going to be a plan for the future. So maybe that's where you're going to be taking that bravery. Maybe that's where you're going to have that courage and that leap of faith with something that you've been contemplating already, something that is a long-term goal. And then you have justice. You're ending with justice. And justice is strongly linked to Libra. And basically, she represents truth and what is right and what is wrong. Definitely, like, you're balancing your karma. So this is something that is requiring, I don't want to say the law per se, but it's something where you are going to be something virtuous, something that you're going to be wondering, is this what I feel comfortable doing? It's going to be a change that you have to think about. How comfortable am I with this decision? So don't be afraid to try it, but definitely don't. Justice is saying, if you feel deep down, if you feel in your gut it's not something you're supposed to be doing, then Pisces, maybe you shouldn't do it. So bravery, but think for yourself. Hello to you, Taurus, and let's see what we have for you. We have the Seven of Cups, we have Judgment, and we have the Magician. So 2 power cards, and the Magician is one of my favorites because he pretty much is telling you anything is possible. You are going to be the master of all of the elements and able to wheel and deal with them, use them as you want. You have Judgment. And with Judgment, it's calling for self-assessment. So if you have something like the Magician on your side, and you're looking at assessment, doesn't mean you need to hone in on your weaknesses per se, but you're really taking a good look at yourself and how you present yourself to the world. Well, this is a great weekend for that, Taurus, because the Magician is just pumping you right up. You're going to be able to present yourself very well. Your evaluation of yourself, probably pretty high. Your self-esteem is I'm just thinking with the Magician there, your self-esteem is going to be very high. Your sense of self, your sense of ability, your ability to handle just about anything that's thrown at you. So, and it's at the end, it's the last card in the reading. So I think that's saying, your whole weekend, you're going to feel on top of your game. Like you are getting things done. You are appreciating how you handle things. And with your practical nature and your patience, this is all going to pay off. But I don't think you're going to have to use it that much because things are just going to be rolling right along for you this weekend. So let's look at your Seven of Cups, your emotional card outside of your power cards. So the Seven of Cups is talking about being able to make your best choices because you're using everything. You're using your heart, your intuition, and your mind. So you're really encircling any decisions you're making. You're really using everything that's at your fingertips, everything that's at your disposal. So again, you are going to be in control. You're going to feel very much in control of what's happening for you this weekend. So that Seven of Cups is just leaning right into it, saying, yep, you are going to be making some choices, but they're going to be the best choices for you. They're going to be well thought out, mind, spirit, heart. So you're going to have all your bases covered. It's not like you're going to go into a decision all willy-nilly or without any thought process or only with your heart or only thinking with your mind. You're going to be able to incorporate all of those to make the best decision for you, and your weekend is just, it's going to roll along very smoothly. So that practicality, that strong sense of you like things to be at a constant. So being the Magician this weekend or having the Magician to help you, everything is going to feel like a constant. Changes are going to go smoothly. It's just going to be a very seamless weekend for you, Taurus. And welcome, Virgo. Let's see. We are starting with the Three of Swords, the Eight of Swords, ooh, and the Knight of Swords. So a lot of challenge for you this weekend, Virgo. So knowing that you like things a certain way, very practical, very analytical. The challenge, let's just see what it's talking about. So we're starting out with the Three of Swords. That one's talking about being trapped in that sense of negative thinking, like that mode where you just can't help letting your mind wander to that. So, and of course, if your mind is wandering there and it's a negative feeling, so it's emotional too. So the Three of Swords is an emotional card, an emotional challenge. So you're going to have to work hard not to fall into that, not that little trap. Oh, something negative happened. Don't give in to it. Don't say, oh, well, then this is going to happen. If you do that, you're just going to keep trapping yourself in that negative energy. So very important for you this weekend, Virgo, to really pull yourself up by the bootstraps. Don't give in to negative thinking and negative energy, negative attitude, because it's easy to. I mean, it's really easy to go down that rabbit hole, but you don't want to do that. The Three of Swords is telling you this weekend something is going to be a catalyst. Something's going to start it, and then it's going to be up to you when these negative things happen, how you handle it. Handle it in a positive way. Take care of it. Don't sweep it under the carpet. I'll deal with it tomorrow. Deal with it right away. The weekend saying, get that taken care of. So with the Eight of Swords, we're talking about, again, feeling trapped by negative energy. So that's your challenge this weekend, Virgo. You have to keep your mindset positive, keep your energies and your channels positive. If it goes so far as you have to watch, I have some go-to movies that I like to watch that cheer me up. There are certain people that I will call if I need help getting myself out of a fog or out of the dumps. So I'm thinking this weekend for you, Virgo, might be that kind of weekend. If you've got some go-to people or a go-to movie, or there's a stand-up comedian you love, there's something that snaps you out of it, snap out of it however you need to, because it's coming. This weekend you're going to be tempted to let it just be lost. I'm old, so I'm almost thinking about the Motmosin or the Mot. Isn't that what it is in Barbarella? But don't let yourself be caught in negative thinking and negative energy. Then your Knight of Swords is talking about competence and being able to use your intelligence to get some answers. So even though I'm saying, yes, it's always good to think with your head and be very focused, remember that you might need some help. So make sure that you reach out for that help, and don't rashly do things. The Knight of Swords is just saying don't do something that's too drastic, especially if you're already caught in that negative cycle. So beware of that this week in Virgo. Hi there, Capricorn, and let's see what we've got for you. We have the Page of Swords, we have the World, and we have the Six of Cups. So some really nice cards here, and I love that Power card. The World is one of my favorites. Smack in the middle, right in the middle. So that balance that it being in the middle gives you is just saying this weekend is going to be extremely good for you. It's going to bring you a sense of joy, possibly some celebrations going on there, some material gains, and you're going to feel accomplished this week, and you're going to feel like you've got something done. So you're going to have a great time, but you're also going to accomplish some stuff. So what's better than that? Fun and accomplishment. So with the Page of Swords, with your challenge card, we are talking about seeking the truth and how you perceive things. So I'm thinking that perhaps something's going to be presented to you where you're going to have to look at it from a different viewpoint. With that World right there in the middle saying that it's going to be a weekend of just wonderful things, wonderful feelings all the way around, strong sense of abundance. But that Page of Swords is saying there's something that needs your attention, something you've been curious about. And so you're willing to do what needs to be done to get it taken care of. It's saying that you are even willing maybe even to check it out, walk in someone else's shoes. So you might be trying a new skill this week, and it's more than likely something that you've been thinking about, but you're going to you're going to meet it head on. You are going to check it out. it could also mean that you might be called upon to help someone else with a dilemma, something that they want to do or something they've asked your opinion on, and it might not be what they want to hear. So you are going to have to be very careful in how you choose your words. You're going to have to be very, again, diplomatic. Diplomacy is going to be called upon here because it's something that's going to be hard to hear. So if you're going to be this person who is bearing this this news to someone, you're going to have to be very careful about it. You can't just blurt it out. You can't just say it. You probably don't want to say it in a room full of people. Be very diplomatic and think of it, very thoughtful. How would you want someone to present that news to you? That's just saying if that happens. This might be happening for you as well as learning that new skill or experiencing something new that you've admired. And then with the Six of Cups, your emotional card is talking about happiness through nostalgia. So that could very well be what it is. You're going to be checking something out from your childhood or something that you've noticed on your path to where you are now, and it's something you've wanted to try. Or if it's the case where you are going to be the bearer of some bad news, the bad news might be for someone from your past. So diplomacy is your key word this week in Capricorn. Always think about how something is perceived. And welcome, Gemini. We're starting with the Five of Cups. We have the Star, lovely power card, and we have the Ten of Cups. So you're balancing your emotion there, and the Star is talking about inspiration and positive changes, very strongly rooted in Aquarius, but definitely making you feel like you're on the right path. So I think with that, with the Star in the center of your reading for this weekend, just saying that your emotional realm in particular, because you have those emotional cards, that it's going to be very, very, I don't want to use the word dreamy, but yet kind of dreamy, very inspirational. You're going to feel so lucky to be in this relationship, and you are going to feel almost like you're bringing that goodness to you, like your creativity is actually, your creativity is causing these actions to happen, causing this to be. Now with the Five of Cups, remember the Five of Cups is saying that you are going to be open to new ideas, to look at things from a different perspective, and the Star is exactly saying that. So I don't know if this is talking about a prospective lover. I've got this feeling it's about someone that you already know or someone you've been wondering about, Gemini. So if there's somebody that you've been wondering what kind of partner they'd be, and that inquisitive nature that you have, oh, it's going to be peaked this weekend. And there's somebody that you've been thinking about romantically, emotionally, either seeking out a new friend, someone that you're like, well, I bet, it sounds like in conversations I've overheard or when they've talked about this, I like doing that too. It's going to be someone you really want to vibe with, someone you really want to get to know. That emotional card is saying it's not just a lover, it's someone that inspires you, someone that you feel like you would really get along with well. And then your Ten of Cups is talking about love and joy and happiness, high self-esteem, and just really strong stability in your emotional realm. So why not add somebody new to that? Especially if you really feel inspired by this union, this getting to know this person, getting to meet this person. And that's why I think it could be friends as well. Friends, not just colleagues, but friends or lovers. It's someone who you feel will enrich your life. And we all know friends are fantastic. I love having good friends. I love having people that I'm very like-minded with. That can also be a lover, but I just really feel like with that Ten of Cups, it's just someone that you want to get to know better. The Ten of Cups is usually family-related, very home-related, but with the inspiration, that Star right in the middle, I'm thinking it's just someone who you vibe with, and you know that if you got to know them better, you would vibe with them even stronger. So go for it, Gemini. Introduce someone new into that already strong and powerful emotional world you have. And hello, fellow Libras. We are starting out with some emotion with that Three of Cups. We have the Ace of Pentacles. Good luck with some money there. And the Queen of Wands. So starting with the Three of Cups, which of course is the friendship card, that love and that emotional connection that you have with your friends. And then ending with an action card that is the Queen, with the Queen of Wands. Looks like you're going to have some really strong balance as far as that strong emotional bond. You're going to have some real touchy-feely moments this week in Libra, and we know that we are okay with that. We like the touchy-feely. We like the emotional. We embrace it and love it. We just love. So it's going to be that kind of weekend, but with your friends and your people who are your extended family. Because that Three of Cups is starting you out. And basically, the Three of Cups is talking about a feeling of rejuvenation physically and emotionally because of that connection. What that's going to offer you this weekend. I myself had a really great, really great weekend recently, and it was connecting with old friends. And I'm telling you, that is very valuable, and in the Libra world, it's even more valuable. We just love that kind of stuff. So connecting with people, going to be connecting with friends. I have a strong feeling it's going to be somebody from your past, somebody who you haven't seen in a long time, or someone who you keep thinking, oh, I need to call them. Oh, I need to call. Well, call them, Libra. They're waiting for you to call. And I know the phone works both ways, but call that person that you're thinking about. When I said that, when I talked about the friendship card, somebody popped into your head. I know they did. Call them or text them, whatever they like. Email them. And then with the Queen of Wands, we are talking about a sense of accomplishment, inspiration, and optimism. But it's also talking about someone who you know will give you good advice, someone with kindness in their heart for you and loyalty. So again, that's really talking to the friends. That's really speaking to your connection with these people, even if it's someone you haven't seen in a long time or spoken to in a long time or connected with. It's time to connect, and it's going to be very good for you. They're going to be able to help you hash some stuff out. You're going to get some decisions made with this person. You're going to get some good advice, and you're going to get that needed love, that needed time with someone who's someone who you've needed to see, someone who you need to be with. And then with your Ace of Pentacles, that big money card, well, that speaks just to abundance in general. So, so that's saying that you are really able to manifest what you want, to think is to create. So very good weekend for you all around. Your money's going to be good. You're going to feel strong in the financial realm, and you just really are going to be getting together with your friends and really being abundant in your emotional life as well, Libra. Hello to you, Aquarius, and we are starting with the Queen of Pentacles, the King of Wands, and the King of Swords. So you got some high cards in the suit. So let's go ahead and start with your Queen of Pentacles. With the Queen of Pentacles, we're talking about peace and tranquility, oddly enough, where you are just feeling very good. You're in a very good place financially. You're feeling extremely abundant this week in Aquarius, so you're more than willing to share with others. Your humanitarian nature, your intuitiveness, all of those things are going to come into play. And the Queen of Pentacles is saying that she wants you to feel like that. This might be a weekend where you're just going to feel that urge to help people. Not necessarily financially, but you're just going to feel like you want to share what you have. You're going to want to, maybe this is the weekend you clean out your closet and you give, perfectly good clothes to a charity of your choice. Or you're going to, do something that really makes that humanitarian nature pop within you. That's like that pride, that I really feel good about what I did this weekend. So I feel like that's the kind of weekend you're going to have. Now with your action card, your King of Wands, the King of Wands is talking about vision and natural leadership, and how when you have that that have that ability when you are a natural leader, how it inspires other people to help. So again, the Queen of Pentacles, your money card, and your action card are talking to each other. You are going to want to inspire other people, and it's going to take some leadership skills, which you definitely have, and you're going to hone them, fine-tune them, and use them this weekend to accomplish just that. Then with your challenge, you have the King of Swords, and the King of Swords is talking about being able to understand things that you wouldn't normally. Usually in the legal realm, sometimes with official documents. So maybe that's how you're going to help. You're going to do some things that are going to get the ball rolling, maybe doing petitioning, for a cause in your neighborhood, or something that's really going to involve your ability to understand a complex situation and help others understand it. So with the King of Wands saying that your natural ability to lead is going to inspire other people to follow you and inspire people to take up your cause. And then you have the Queen of Pentacles saying that you are in this sense right now where you feel like you are financially stable enough to help other people, and then your understanding of legal documents, official documents. So it sounds like it's going to be a very prosperous weekend for you, very industrious weekend, but on the heart level, from that emotional place. Even though there's not one cup in your reading, Aquarius, but that Queen kind of turns things around, and the King wants you to understand things and take the lead. So do that, Aquarius. Thank you for joining me, and I want to invite you to join me for your weekly reading. And as always, essentially, we all have a divine purpose. Embrace the universe and live your dream. Until next week, here's wishing you health, prosperity, and positive relationships. Farewell to you all.